Gentlelady yields back, Chair. Thanks, Gentlelady. The Gentlelady from New Mexico is recognized for questions.
You know, the anti-Semitism experienced by Jewish students on college campuses is very worrisome. Mr. Fry, I appreciate the fact that you've been watching the TV coverage, but I've actually talked to college students, to Jewish students, and I've heard firsthand some of the anti-Semitism, and it breaks my heart. I have sat through numerous hearings in the Education Committee where all we do is talk about this. We don't do anything about it. And that's the problem, is that the way to do something about this problem is to fund the agency that actually would investigate and hold colleges accountable. And every time we ask to do something like that, we don't get it. And in fact, the Republicans proposed cutting the agency, as we've talked about today. And you know, that's it. We can't just complain. We actually have to fund the agencies that would do the work. Now, with regards to the definition itself, I think there are problems. And Ranking Member Nadler, I mean, I think one of the reasons why it's opposed codifying it is because things do change. And there was also a concern about criticism of Israel becoming equated with anti-Semitism, and isn't that one of the reasons why many Jewish organizations are worried?
Yes, that's exactly right. And let me give you a list of Jewish organizations who are opposing H.R. 6090. J Street, the Nexus Project, Jewish Council for Public Affairs, TRUA, the Rabbinic Call for Human Rights, Bend the Arc, Jewish Action, and the New Israel Fund. In addition to that, other organizations that have opposed codifying IRA in the past are Americans for Peace Now, Aleph, Alliance for Jewish Renewal, New Israel Fund, Partners for Progressive Israel, and Reconstructionist Judaism. So all these Jewish organizations oppose this bill or oppose codifying IRA, which is what this bill does.
Right. And I think that's really important that we're actually hearing, and it's not universal, it's not unanimous, but we're hearing from Jewish organizations. They do not want this codified because they recognize they themselves might want to be able to criticize Israel, because not all believe that Netanyahu has done a remarkable job. In fact, many criticize what Netanyahu has done. He has not done a remarkable job in many eyes. And I think that it's also really important to remember that we need to fund the Office of Civil Rights, because anti-Semitism is not new. Anti-Semitism is a centuries-old problem, and it's rooted in white supremacy. And white supremacy takes aim at many different peoples. And white supremacy, and the people who espouse white supremacy, are given a platform by some in the Republican Party. Mr. Chair, I'd like unanimous consent to enter into the record the article from Politico titled "Donald Trump Dined with White Nationalist Holocaust Denier Rick Fuentes."
Without objection, so ordered.
And, Ranking Member, you also pointed out the fact that Trump was not critical of the very anti-Semitic remarks in Charlottesville. Mr. Chair, I'd like unanimous consent to enter into the record the article from the Atlantic titled "Trump Defends White Nationalist Protesters," open quote, "some very fine people on both sides," close quote.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Fry, would you condemn the white nationalist who protested in Charlottesville?
I think that's unequivocal, yes.
We should all condemn that. And I think that's the problem, is that we do not have widespread condemnation of white nationalists from the Republican Party at this point in time. As I said before, I believe that we need to fund the agency. I believe that we need to address anti-Semitism. I spoke in favor of Kathy Manning's bill in our committee hearing, because that's where we start, with a comprehensive effort and not with something that has these problematic provisions in it. And with that, Mr. Chair, I yield back.